Alaikum.
Am I the only one?
Yeah. Me and you, bro. Yeah.
He's not me.
Well, I think he's going back with Obi here today. 1, 2, 1. One. Kibla, you gonna do me a favor? Stand there, turn the mic and just test it, please.
Is he on?
Yeah, try it.
Bismillah.
Do it again.
Bismillah.
Yeah, he's right.
Everything alright?
Yeah, I had some issues before, man. Just like I had last time.
Gotcha.
Just by look. You should be alright, inshallah.
What's the number like that for the class?
Should have about 30, inshallah.
Altogether?
I think so, yeah. I'm good. I'm coming, I think.
Islam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, good. Long this?
Sorry?
Okay.
Great, how are you?
I'm just looking at the McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I saw them.
Interesting.
I was tempted to repeat the music.
Thing is, there's some all the foods that you don't know what they're made of, but if we knew,
Yeah,
we don't add it.
true.
Islam. Alhamdulillah, good.
How are you? You are?
It's like the bread, isn't it?
I got you.
Yeah, I've got that as well with me. I think I might continue.
Hey guys, what are you from?
That's why it tastes so nice.
What mushy buns and
I think it's the fat that makes it taste nice. Right, so.
essentially it's not used for what they call it. Right, are you?
Yeah, probably that's it.
This up. How about you? Irfan, I'm gonna send you a link. Can you just send it back to me, please? Sure.
Copy of it, because as well. What you get this, yeah.
Hard made rules, man. It's just my look.
Online.
Oh, it's okay. I can get it. Sorry, I know you're not asking me.
The 5
Is it with just test it, please.
This is in Arabic and that was the...
you've got the...
Was it Muftis? I said that the Muftis, you might recommend a copy or something.
Function. Yeah?
Now is commentary as well. His own book. Translated in English. Lanawi is on for a commentary.
Yeah, that's correct. If you don't mind. He said there's plenty of stuff on the website. And so he didn't recommend anything. So I imagine he's just like... I asked him I'm on looking, he said why is there plenty in Arabic now?
That's what he says. We need to go for it.
عبد مملوك والحاجة مقضية ما في التعقيق اشكو ربي فانظر ليا وأنا نظري متروك بالأرحم وبالحاش من نطفة صورني من نطفة وحناني بالإنعام نعمة من كل صفة نشرب ونتردم أوصيك بتقوى الله يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع هذا في علم الله ماذا في علم الله والخيرة في الواقع تدبيرك ما يسواش من تدبيري دعني وأنا مالي فيهاش آش علي مني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش آش علي مني آش علي وأنا عبد مملوك والحاجة مقضية ما في التحقيق شكوك ربي فانظر ليا وأنا نظري متروك بالأرحم وبالحاش من نطفة صورني من نطفة وحناني في الإنعام نعمة من كل صفة بشراب ونتردم أوصيك بتقوى الله بالسر والإعلان وتيقن أن الله حاضر في كل مكان إذا نفعك الله لا شيء ضرك إنسان صفيها من الأغشاش إن كنت تطاوعني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش شعلي مني وأنا مالي فيهاش شعلي مني الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم قد همنا أمر عظيم الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم أمر عظيم وكل أمر همنا يا مجيب يا ربنا
MashaAllah. Tell it right. Everybody okay? Nice holiday?
Too long.
Sorry I came late. I was teaching downstairs and I kind of got into the rhythm of the books. Don't want to leave it. Inshallah. I teach Hikam downstairs, the Hikam of Ibn Ata'illah. So, good book. inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Amma ba'd. Last year we did Arabic, grammar, sarf more in particular, and we touched upon bits and bats of conversational Arabic. I think most of you enjoyed doing conversational Arabic more than the grammar side of it. But this year I've added in the 40 hadiths of Imam Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala, which is, I wouldn't say it's a primer book, but it's good to give you an introduction into what hadith is and some of the hadith sciences that we have. The truth is, the book in itself is, in the apparent sense, is easy to understand, but how Imam Nawawi wrote it and what he wrote it for is another thing altogether. He wrote it to set the principles of the religion, yes, and indicate towards them. So we'll try to pick up on some of them as well. Maybe something that you might not find from other teachers or other lectures of Imam Nawawi's 40 hadiths. Alongside that, we will still go through our Arabic grammar, doing sarf, and I'm hoping that you all remembered your sarf gardans, yes? Fail mazi, mutlaq, musbah, maruf, fail mudare, musbat, maruf, and the rest of them all the way to the end. So a raise of hands to see who has remembered them all.
Give me 2 weeks.
Give you 2 weeks. What we'll do then is we will recap on them. Yes, we will recap on them. The reason I say that is, for us it should be important, especially if you really want to understand the Quran. I know there's a lot of courses out there which will teach you conversational Arabic, and they're good in their own sense. But my site is not on for you to be speaking Arabic. Yes, that's not my goal, that's not my intention, for you to be speaking Arabic and to be fluent in Arabic. If it comes, alhamdulillah. I've never taken a conversational Arabic class. I just done Dars in Zami and we learned Arabic as we came along with it. Yes. So my intention is not to do that to make you speak Arabic. We will do like we did last year, bring in some aspects of few sentences here, there of Arabic. But the main thing is to understand Quran and Hadith and trying to make our way around them. But for that we should have Arabic grammar. Yes, we should have Arabic grammar. So we're going to pick onto that. So we'll recap what we've done in the sarf that we did last year. And we will practice that as well. We'll move forward in that. Believe me, we didn't even get halfway through. I would say we didn't even get a quarter of the way through it. Okay, it's a big science. And we will pick up on the second aspect of Arabic grammar as well, which is nahv. Yes. So that you can look into the hadith sharif and try to spot those in the hadith as well. Yes. So we look into that as well. So we got two subjects, sarf and Imam Nawawi's 40 hadiths. You're going to be looking forward to Imam Nawawi's 40 hadiths, no doubt. There's no doubt about that, that you'll be looking forward towards that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a detailed commentary on every single hadith, word for word. The way I would teach it in a Dars in Zami class, I'm going to teach you like that. And I have not taught it to any Dars in Zami student, yes, except a few. Except a few. People who have graduated, they've read Imam Nawawi's 40 hadith, but in the Dars Nizami syllabus, we don't add the 40 hadith of Imam Nawawi, but I will teach it in the style of Dars Nizami, just so that you can get a taste. That's what the course is titled upon. So you get a taste of Dars Nizami, and also you realize that the deen is not, and the understanding of hadith is not just upon what you read. Okay? It's a lot beyond that. Yes? It's further into its meanings, and what the Prophet ﷺ is saying to us. And you'll see examples of that when we start the 40 hadith of Imam Nawawi. For today, I'm just going to recap you on some of the Sarf Gardans, and then I will speak about Imam Nawawi. With the Sarf Gardans, we started off with basic terminology. Yes. You all remember kalima? What was kalima? No. What's that? Yeah, that's a translation. What is kalima? What's the definition of kalima? So is every word a noun? No. Kalima is something that's spoken. Kalima is something that is spoken. And it carries a meaning. It carries a meaning. We said kalima was upon 3 types. What were they? Ism, fi'l, and harf. So kalma was on 3 types. Yes. So noun, verb, and particle. Yes. What is ism? And don't say noun. What is ism? It's like a verb. That's the opposite of a noun. It carries its own meaning and does not have any of the 3 tenses. That is a ism. Fi'l translates as verb. I'll translate it for you. You tell me the meaning of it.
Is it 3 modes of time?
So it carries a meaning, and it carries at least 1 tense. At least 1 tense. That is fi'l, a verb, and harf, particle.
Doesn't have a meaning on its own.
Yes, and doesn't carry any of the 3 tenses. So the particle, it does have a meaning, yeah? But to understand its meaning, there has to be other words associated to it. So example of ism was just rajulun, which means man. Example of fi'l was, for example, daraba. Should know this. What siga is daraba? Siga. That wasn't. Siga wahid, muzakkar, ghaib. Wahid, muzakkar, ghaib. Wahid, muzakkar, ghaib. Yes? And what gardan was it? Fi'l, mazi, mutlaq, musbat, ma'ruf. Remember fa'ala, daraba falls onto it. Yes? It means he hit. He hit. Is that a verb? Hit.
Yeah.
Yes. Then we got harf. The example of harf is min, which means from. But if I say from to you, just from. What do you understand?
There's no meaning, is there?
There's no meaning to it. But if I say sirtu min al basra,
There's a meaning, that's a complete sentence.
sirtu min al basra, I travel from Basra. I travel from. What does it tell you now? What's the meaning of min?
From.
What's the meaning of from?
Preposition.
That's what it is.
Connected.
That's what it is. What's the meaning of it? The meaning of it is ibtida ul ghaya. Something extra for you. Ibtida ul ghaya, look, what you understand from it is that my journey started from Basra. The journey started from Basra. So the meaning of from here is not that from, like you say, from your dear friend. Yes? From so and so. It's not that, like you sign a letter. It's not that. But rather, it is the starting of a destination. Starting of a destination. And every destination needs an end, doesn't it? Every distance needs an end. Which is what? Ilal. Where do you travel to? Kufa. I travel from Basra, but to Kufa. To Kufa. Yeah? So same thing here. In this one is the same meaning. Ila means to, T-O, to. Yes? But if I say to, not the number two, but T-O, to. Would you understand what I'm talking about? No. But if I say Ilal Kufa, to Kufa, now you understand that my destination, the starting point was Basra, and my destination is at Kufa. It finished at Kufa. My traveling finished at Kufa. Is that right? Do you understand that? So do you see how, even though it has a meaning, to understand its meaning, we have to look at what's after it. And that's Al-Kufa. That is Al-Kufa. Then we had something called Huruf Asli and Huruf Zaida. What were they?
Vowel signs, isn't it?
Huh?
Vowel signs.
Nope. Huruf Asli and Huruf Zaida.
Actual letters and temporary.
Yeah, actual letters and
These are temporary.
fake letters. Zaida, extra letters.
Extra.
Yeah. I wrote Zaida first. Huruf Zaida. So real and extra letters. The real letters were in opposite to Fa, Ain and Lam. Remember wazn? I kept saying the word wazn. Yes? And I said to you, make sure that the huruf asli are opposite Fa, Ain and Lam. Whatever comes opposite Fa, Ain and Lam are called huruf asliya. Whatever comes opposite other than Fa, Ain, Lam, they are called huruf zaida. For example, look, we take this. Darab tu. What we put underneath it is fa'altu. It should make sense to you now because we went through all of this, didn't we? Yes, I told you first time you do it, it seems what is he talking about. But now it will make sense to you. So remember the harakat stay the same. But now you know what fa'altu is because you can read the gardan, can't you? Yeah, what is it? Fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alat, fa'alata, fa'alna, fa'alta, fa'altuma, fa'altum, fa'alti, fa'altuma, fa'altunna, fa'altu, fa'alna. You found fa'altu. See guys, wahid, mutakallim. What is it? Wahid mutakallim. Now when it's wahid mutakallim, but let's look at the huruf asli first. So the huruf asli are those which are opposite fa, ain and lam. So the fa kalma is dad, the ain kalma is ra, and the lam kalma is ba. So the huruf asli in darabtu is daraba, darb, dad, ra and ba. And the extra letter is the ta. The extra letter is the ta. Now once you take the scale out, you can then find it in the gardan like we just read. And we found out that it was the second last one, wasn't it? So it was wahid mutakallim. Now we need to work out of what gardan it was from. From all those gardans that you learnt, which one was it? So we go back to the starting. So when we read this gardan, we started off with fa'ala. Fa'ala, meaning to get to fa'altu, you have to be fa'ala, 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 fa'alu, fa'alat, fa'alata, fa'alna, falta, faltuma, faltum, falti, faltuma, faltunna, faltu, fa'alna, fa'altu. And when it's fa'altu, we realize it is fail, madi, mutlaq, musbat, ma'ruf. Fail, madi, mutlaq, musbat, Huruf. Is fail mazi, is past tense, is mutlaq, is general past. It's not close or far, it's just generalized, it could be anywhere in the past. Then we said it is musbat, it is positive, and is ma'roof. The doer is known to us. The doer is known to us, the fa'il. Yes, the subject. The subject is known to us. Now we can translate it, can't we? So we know, if I tell you that darabtu, darb inside it from daraba, darbun, masdar, means to hit. To hit. How would we translate darabtu then? I hit. I hit. Easy, isn't it? Yes. That is huruf asli and huruf zaida, and also a method of how you should use your sarf.
So we're going to go through the book that we did last year.
Yeah, you can have it alongside you.
Yes. Are we just going
to... I'm going to do it off the top of my head, and you can follow the book with it. More or less be the same order as we're going to go through. Yeah, it won't be different. Yes? There might be some certain things here that will be different, but the book will still help you. Okay? There'll be certain things that I'm going to take out from certain gardans. Okay?
You are going to call it.
Yeah. I'll tell you, when I'm teaching, I'll tell you what page to be on as well, inshallah. So that book that you bought last year, we'll carry on with it. Okay? It's just certain things they changed in the book. After I checked it, I proofread it, they got it edited again, and they added certain things back in, which I didn't want in the book. But I'll tell you, I'll take those things out, and those things that I'll be taking out is making life easier for you. Okay? So this is how we use our sarf. So when you're reading Hadith Sharif, yes, and a word comes up, yes, a word comes. Now, I don't know. We got as'alu. As'alu. Now look, it was just there. Now, we're going to go through that. Now we're thinking, okay, what is as'alu? I can't figure it out. What can this be? So we write as'alu. Now, the first thing we need to do is take its wazn out, check to know which one are huruf asli and huruf zaida. Now, definitely doesn't fit on fa'ala, does it? Yeah. So this, you have to go through majority of the gardans, you have to train yourselves to go through the gardans quickly. But we also told you signs of certain things as well. Yes? Remember and we'll go over them again, but I told you in fail mudare, there are signs of fail mudare as well, aren't there? We call them huruf atain, alif, ta, ya, and noon, which come in the starting of fail mudare. Yes? And then we told you that fail mudare in 5 sige has a zamma at the end, and in the rest of the sige has a noon at the end. Yes? Now fail mazi doesn't have a zamma at the end, does it? On a harfi asli. So these things you have to pick up on pretty quick. Yes? So you can narrow your search down. You don't have Google search in your mind, do you? So you have to narrow them down this way. So then we look that from everything that we know, it fits onto the scale of af'alu. Af'alu. Where we find that Seen is the fa kalma, Hamza is the ain kalma, and Lam is the lam kalima. What's extra? Alif, Hamza, sorry. Okay? Hamza in the beginning. Now, when Hamza is in the beginning, we should already understand that it is the sign of mudare. So we shouldn't be looking elsewhere. Not fail mazi, not amr, not fail nahi, none of them. We should be looking straight towards fail mudare. Okay? Fail mudare. So now let's narrow the search. In fail mudare, when we broke it down, remember, I only told you something. Okay? Inshallah. I'll stop more, inshallah. We'll narrow it down, and I told you that in fail mudare, Hamza in the starting only comes upon one siga. What siga is it? Read it. Yafalu. Yafalu, yafalani, yafaluna, tafalu, tafalani, يفعلن. تفعلوا تفعلان تفعلون تفعلين تفعلان تفعلن أفعلوا نفعلوا. Second last, isn't it? So again it's واحد متكلم. But this time, because we started it off with يفعلوا, what gardam will it be? Come on, we've been saying all that time. فعل مضارع. So it's فعل مضارع. فعل مضارع. So when it's فعل مضارع, now سأل أسأل كم سؤال, yes, to question, to ask a question. So what would أسأل mean? Knowing is singular and it refers to yourself. Yeah? And is فعل مضارع. Either is present tense or is future tense. How would you translate it? I asked is past tense.
I am asking.
I am asking or
I am going to ask.
I am going to ask. It can carry both of those meanings. Yes. But obviously in the hadith you'll have to look at what the context is. Yes. That he says I am asking or I'm going to ask. Okay. Just look at the context to figure out which tense it refers to. Do you understand that? Easy? After this we did the 6 types. Do you remember them? No, they're the 7 types. Sulasi Mujarrad, Sulasi Mazid Fi, Rubai Mujarrad, Rubai Mazid Fi, Khumasi Mujarrad and Khumasi. Yes? As in where we stopped from last year, which was on the nouns. Yes? Where we finished the nouns. The next stage is to explain these 6. Okay? You had the definitions, is now to go into the detail of them. Okay? But what was Sulasi Mujarrad? Is a 3-letter word which has no extra letters. But I explain one thing to you. Yes? That this is a 3-letter word. But it does have an extra letter, doesn't it? But it's still Sulasi Mujarrad. What is it? Why? Because Fail Mudari is made from Fail Mazi. Fail Mudari is made from Fail Mazi. And the Fail Mazi of this is Fa'ala. What is it? Fa'ala. But we'll make it easier for you, because we're going to give you set patterns and say these are Sulasi Mujarrad. And anything that fits on those set patterns from the Gardans, they'll be Sulasi Mujarrad. Then we go to Sulasi Mazid Fi, has 3 letters and extra letters. Has 3 letters, 3 rare letters and extra letters. That will give you certain patterns and then they will be Sulasi Mazid Fi. Yes? Easy? Believe me, it's easy. It's not hard. We're going to tell you that Sulasi Mujarrad has 6 babs. Yes? It can't be out of those 6 then, can it? So if you recognize it to be one of those 6 babs, then it's Sulasi Mujarrad. Yes? It's going to be Sulasi Mujarrad. Like even this word here is Sulasi Mujarrad. As'alukum sa'ala yas'alu su'alan fahuwa sa'ilun. That pattern that I just read now, it's a bit longer. That pattern will tell you that it's from Sulasi Mujarrad. That's it, you know it. And then if you need to make a different word, you use that pattern to make a different word. Okay? And I'll explain that when we get to it. Then we have Rubai Mujarrad, 4 letters, no extra letters. 4 letters, Rubai Mazid Fi, 4 letters and extra letters. And Khumasi is only an ism, so we don't worry about it. Yeah? Khumasi is that ism which has 5 letters and no extra letters. Khumasi Mazid Fi has 5 letters and extra letters, but we don't worry about that too much because we're not going to do them anyway. Yes, because they're only nouns which you hear. There's no patterns to them, so you don't need to worry about them. Yeah, you just need to speak to an Arab, and if you hear it, then use it yourself. That's it. There's no rule, there's no regulation, so there's no point us being worried about it. After that, we talked about Huruf Illat, the 3 weak letters. What were they? Waw, Alif, Ya. Okay, you knew that because of Tajweed. Waw, Alif and Ya, which you use in Tajweed as well. So Waw, Alif and Ya are weak letters. And then we said based upon these 3 letters, yes, Ism and Fail are upon 7 types. Ism and Fail are upon 7 types. What are they? Yeah. We did Sahih, Sahih, Mahmuz, Muda'af, Misal, Ajuf, Naqis and Lafif. Did I give you the poem to them? Sahi asto, misal asto, muda'af, lafifo, naqizo, mahmuzo, ajwaf. All 7 in there. Okay. The Persian, 2 pieces of line in Persian, but it calls all of them. Now what was Sahi?
Was that the two?
What's that? The 2 lines, yeah? That was 2 lines. Sahi asto, misal asto, muza'af. That's 1. Sahi asto, misal asto, muda'af, lafifo, naqizo, mahmuzo, ajwaf. All 7 in there. Sahi. Sahi is simple, and use Sahi as a checklist. Sahi is that in which huruf asli there is no hamza, no 2 letters of the same kind, and no harf illat. So there's no hamza, there are no 2 letters of the same kind, like 2 dals, 2 sins, and so on and so forth, and there are no huruf illat, there is no waw, alif or ya in them. This is Sahi, like we did daraba before. Yes? Now that's your checklist set. According to this checklist, we will work out what will be after. Now you got as'alu on the board, is that Sahi? Why? It has a hamza in it. Is af'alu Sahi?
No. Yes.
Yes. Why?
The hamza is an extra letter.
The hamza is we don't consider extra letters. So when I say that it has no hamza in it, no 2 letters of the same kind, and no huruf illat, then we are only talking about the fa and lam kalma. Anywhere else there can be. Yes? But in those 3, there should not be any extra letters or 2 letters of the same kind or a hamza. That is Sahi. Mahmuz is that which in its huruf asli there is a hamza. There is a hamza. Now there's 3 types of mahmuz. Mahmuzul fa, mahmuzul ain, mahmuzul lam. Either the hamza is going to be in the fa kalma, either in the ain kalma, either in the lam kalma. I'm going to skip over these quite quickly. The reason for that is because majority of your time for the next few lessons is only going to be on Sahi. Remember I told you a bit ago that we're going to start the 6 types. Yes, and we're going to be doing Sulasi Mujarrad, and then we move on to Sulasi Mazid Fi. Yes, we're only going to be doing for now Sahi from them. Healthy letters, healthy words, and we're not going to move on to Mahmuz. If you do them well and memorize them well, then we move on to Mahmuz. But the rest of them will have rules and regulations. You have to memorize those rules and regulations, and then you have to apply them. You have to apply them. For example, one of the mazi of as'alukum the sa'ala. What does it come as? Sa'ala. Now, you can read it as sa'ala as well. What can you read it as? Sa'ala. So we need to know how that happened. Yes? Now you know Amr, don't you? Now Amr of as'alu, what would it come as? Same as fa'ala, isn't it? So what would it be? If'al, isn't it? So Amr of Sa'ala would be Is'al. But yeah, it doesn't come like that in the Quran, does it? It does in places. Was'alu in the Quran comes. But then Sal Bani Israel. Is'al and Sal are the same thing. Is'al and Sal are the same thing. There's no difference. It means question, ask. Sal Bani Israel. Question Bani Israel. And if it was to be said, Is'al Bani Israel is the same thing. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose Sal Bani Israel. But there's a rule to that, there's a regulation to that we need to memorize. Okay. Then you got Muda'af. Muda'af is that in which ray letters, the huruf asli, have 2 letters of the same kind. In accordance with this, Muda'af is on 2 types. Muda'af Salasi, Muda'af Rubai. Muda'af in a 3-letter word and Muda'af in a 4-letter word. Muda'af in a 3-letter word only occurs when the ain and the lam kalma are the same kind, not the fa kalma. Just the ain and the lam kalma. This has rules and regulations as well. For example, we never read it as madada. We read it as madda. Madda. Not madada, it will be madda. But that's a rule. Yes. I know in Urdu. दो हरूफ मुतजानिस मुतहरिक जब माकबल भी मुतहरिक हो तो एक कलमे वाजिब है कि पहले को साकिन करके इदगाम करें. That's it. हम इससे कायदा नंबर 3. I'm finishing. Ustaz used to make us do that. Yes. Mention the rule and then also mention what number the rule was as well. Yes. If you could do that, I'd be really, really happy.
In English or Urdu?
I will give them in English. Don't worry about that. I will give you them in English. But at least you should train your memory to remember what rule it was as well. Yes. So from all the rules, you should remember what number it was. Mudaf Rubai is when it can be when the ain and the first lam, because Rubai will have two lams. Fa'lala. Ain and the first lam, sorry, fa and the first lam and the ain and the second lam are the same letter. Like we have wasa. Yes. Here the fa and the first lam, ain and the second lam are the same letters. They're not all four of them are not identical, but two paired up, they are same. Then we have misal. Misal is that where the fa kalma, only the fa kalma. The fa kalma is a harf illat, but from the huruf illat we have to ignore alif, because alif is not pronounced, is it? As in as a letter. Yes, it's silent. So we don't need to really consider it. So waw and ya. So it's on two types. Misale wawi, misale ya'i. Misale wawi wasala, misale ya'i yasara. Not much rules for it, but we'll tell you in certain places where it happens. Then we got ajwaf. Ajwaf is that where the ain kalma is waw or ya. Ajwaf is where the ain kalma is waw or ya. For example, qala, beginning says that's alif. In actual fact, it was qawala. Yes, qala was qawala. Once you do the rules, then you recognize it, and it always comes back to your normal gardans that you've read. You know, when we're going to do these, you don't have to learn extra gardans. You just have to learn the rules, learn to read the rules on the pattern, say pantas that you've read, okay? But also recognize what its true form was. So we got qala, which comes in the Quran a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, it's going to come in Hadith Sharif a lot as well. Qala, but its true form and true nature was qawala. But what's the wazn of qawala? Fa'a. You know that, don't you? You know fa'ala, wahid muzakkar ghaib, fi'l mazi, mutlaq, musbat, maruf. Yes? Easy. You know that bit. But how did qawala turn into qala? That's what you're going to learn, inshallah. Which is what? Qawala wa ya mutaharik baad fatah ke alif hogi. That's it. Easy rule. And big, you know, the way certain people teach them, they give you like a lengthy rule. Yes. Ours is simple. There's a waw. Waw ya with the fatah. Waw ya with the fatah before it turn into an alif. Simple. Yes. This is a waw, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a fatah before it. Just turn it into an alif. Qala. Yeah. But retain the memory that was qawala first. Yes. Qawala first.
Whenever you see qala, you know it was originally qawala.
That's the saying as well, that the one who says qala Allahu faqad kafara, he has disbelieved. Yes. How would that fit on this?
Qawala,
No. Because we say, I can say right now, qala Allahu tabarak wa ta'ala fi kalamihi al-majid alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Now have I done kufr? No, but there's a certain saying that they say, man qala Allahu faqad kafara. Man qala Allahu faqad kafara. Yeah, there's a slight difference
Yeah.
with the shad.
Yeah. Qala.
Yes, it's with the shad. Qala means he said, he slept. Kailula, you know, the one that you do after Zohar or around Zohar, which is Sunnah. That's what that would mean, Kailula. Okay, the power nap. It's just a slight difference. Ajwaf ya'i, same thing, same rule. Ba'a this time. So ba'a would be baya'a. but wazn fa'ala, same wazn. Okay. Same rule. The ya with the fatha before it, turn it into an alif, ba'a. Okay. Then you got naqis. What we got? Naqis. Naqis is that in which the lam kalma is a waw or a ya. Waw or a ya. It has two types. Naqis wawi, naqis ya'i. Wawi, for example, da'a wa. When we read it, it'll be da'a. Da'a. Okay. Asal was da'a wa. Da'a wa. Same rule, by the way. What we did there. Is a waw with the fatha before, isn't it? Yes? What will it turn into? An alif. Naqis ya is the same. Rama ya will turn into Rama. Khadi zabar and alif are the same thing. Okay. Rama. Then you got lafif. Lafif doesn't have much rules because you just combine all the rules that you've read before. Lafif is that where in the huruf asli you have two harfi illat. Two harfi illat. Lafif mafruq, lafif makrun. Lafif mafruq is where the fa and the lam kalma harfi illat, like waqaya, which turns into waqa. Same rule. The ya with the fatha before it turns into an alif, waqa. Then you've got makrun, where the fa and the ain kalma harfi illat. Sorry, ain and lam kalma harfi illat. Ain and lam kalma harfi illat, like tawa, ta, wa. Waw and ya the end, but then we just choose naqis's rule above ajuf's rule, and we change the ya into an alif and leave the waw as it is. Yes, just a combination of previous rules. Okay. That was the introduction that we did more or less through many of the lessons of last year. Okay, summarized. Okay. I tell you the truth, we read it in 5 minutes in Urdu. Okay, I told you it's called the Sarf Bahai. We normally used to read it in 5 minutes to Ustad Sahab. Well, I just taught you now, so just read it all in 5 minutes. Then after this, we started the Gardans, didn't we? We started from Fail Mazi. Did we do Mazi Kareeb and things like this? But I told you they're not very important, Mazi Kareeb, Qad Fa'ala. Yes? Did we do that? We just touched it, yeah? They're not that important, yes? If you see them, it'll be good. If you don't see them, it's still good. Okay? You won't be really using them. And we did Fail Mudare. So Mazi, what was it? Fa'ala. So this is Fail Mazi, Mutlaq, Musbat, Ma'ruf. Fa'ala. Then we had Fail Mazi, Mutlaq, Musbat, Majhool. Yes? Does everybody remember these terms? Yeah? Shall we go through them again? I bet you're hoping that it was a conversational class, eh? I thought since you got high himma, yeah, I thought I'll bring it in. And then later on when it dies out, we'll bring that in. So the first one is Musbat. And the opposite of it is Manfi. Okay? Positive, negative. Positive and negative. Then you have Ma'ruf. And the opposite of it is Majhool. Ma'ruf literally means known, famous. Yes? But we'll do a subject here. The subject is known. Yes? Subject is known. And Majhool is where the subject is unknown. Okay? That's it. That we had these four. Now, our Gardans were termed around these four, generally. So if you go to Fail Mazi, you're going to have 4 Gardans. Fail Mazi, 4 Gardans. Fail Mazi, Mutlaq, Musbat, Ma'ruf. Fail Mazi, Mutlaq, Musbat, Majhool. So this can go there and there. This can go there and there. Yes. So fail mazi musbat ma'roof, fail mazi mutlaq musbat majhool, fail mazi manfi ma'roof, fail mazi manfi majhool. 4 gardans. Similar with fail mudare musbat ma'roof, fail mudare musbat majhool, fail mudare manfi ma'roof, fail mudare manfi majhool. Now how do we make mazi, fail mazi mutlaq musbat ma'roof is easy because it comes as fa'ala. What does it come as? Fa'ala. That's our start. That is our start. And we gave you the gardan for it. Fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alat, fa'alata, all the way to the end. And then we gave you that chart. Yes? Yeah. I'm going to come to that in a minute. Just to explain this. Fa'ala. Now, that is fail mazi musbat ma'roof. We want to make a fail mazi mutlaq manfi ma'roof. What do we want to make it? Manfi ma'roof. In mazi, what do we add in the starting? What was it, sorry? Lam? No? No? Nope. Mazi. Mim. Alif. Ma. Okay. Ma fa'ala. Yes? And if you want to make it into majhool, what do we do? How do we read it? Both of them fail mazi musbat majhool, fail mazi manfi majhool. Remember the rule. Add a zamma on the fa kalma and give the ain kalma kasra. Give the ain kalma a kasra. What's zamma? Kasra? There you go. Fu'ila. That is majhool for fail mazi. What is it? Majhool for fail mazi. Okay. And then to make the manfi out of it, just put a ma in the starting again. Fail mudare, we said that it is made from fail mazi. You add huruf at the end in the starting, and for 5 sige, give them a zamma at the end. Yes? Around 7 sige, roughly 7 sige, there is a noon at the end, and 2 sige have a noon at the end of them, but they're mabni. Yes? We gave you that whole pattern and the whole detailed version of that last year. So we said yaf'alu, didn't we? Yaf'alu. Making majhool of it was easy, where we said that give the harf atain in the starting a zamma, because we can't put it on the fa. The truth is, the method of making majhool is this pattern here. Yes? The rule was what? Give the fa kalma zamma and the ain kalma kasra. Yes? You should note that down because that's the only method of making majhool. But the problem we have in this word here is that the fa kalma is sakin, and we want to keep it sakin. We want to keep it sakin. So then we couldn't put a zamma there, could we? It was yaf'alu originally. So we couldn't put a zamma on the fa, could we? Yes? And where does the fa normally be? In the start or the end? In the start. So rather than going towards the end, we come back to the start. So we ended up giving it to its partner in crime, the ya. Okay. Then we said to make majhool you need to give the ain kalma kasra here. But it changes in fail mudare, sorry. That's the only difference. In fail mudare, you give it a fatha. In fail mudare, you give it a fatha. What do you give it? A fatha. So from yaf'alu, it turns into yuf'alu. Make yadribu into majhool. Yudrabu. Yadkhulu. Yudkhalu. Yasma'u. Yusma'u. That's it. Okay. Yusmi'u. Yusma'u. Yeah. Majhool. Easy, isn't it? And then to make the manfi of this, of fail mudare, yaf'alu, yuf'alu, is by adding what to the start? La. You add a la in the starting and it makes it manfi. What does it make it? Manfi. Okay. In all of this, we gave you a chart. Didn't we? Yes? The 14 sigas, they are very important. Wahid muzakkar ghaib, tasniya muzakkar ghaib, jama muzakkar ghaib, wahid muannas ghaib, tasniya muannas ghaib, jama muannas ghaib, wahid muzakkar hazir, tasniya, Jama, tasniya, Muzakkar Hazir, Jama, Muzakkar Hazir, Wahid, Muannas Hazir, tasniya, Muannas Hazir, Jama, Muannas Hazir, Wahid Mutakallim, Jama Mutakallim. Yes? 14 sigas like that. We gave you the pattern and I told you to work on recognizing them. You still need to recognize them. Okay? And make sure you carry on working on them. Pick up the Quran, try to spot the sigas in there. I told you how to do the ijra of that. Yes? Remember how we were taking words out of the Quran and I was asking you. That's how you recognize it more. The more you train yourselves in that, the quicker you will be able to recognize what the word is, what siga it is, where it's from, what gardan it is, and all that. Okay. So you need to recognize that because that's going to carry on for everything you do. Yes. So then after this we did huruf nasiba. Do you remember them? Huruf nasiba, which were an, lan, kay, izan. Yes. We put an in the starting and it gives a fatah at the end. The noons drop except for those two sige, Jama Muannas Ghaib and Jama Muannas Hazir. They stay the same. And Yaf'alna and Taf'alna. They stay the same. And there were 4 sige of them, weren't there? Yes, 4 letters of them. Okay. And Yaf'ala, and Yuf'ala, Allah Yaf'ala, Allah Yuf'ala. And similar with the rest of them, with the exception of Nafi Ta'qeed, which was Lan Yaf'ala and Lan Yuf'ala, because it's already negative, so you don't need to make another one. Then we did Huruf Jazima. Yes? We said Lam from there, Lam Yaf'al. Similar thing to Huruf Nasba, but this time you give the end a Jazm. The noons drop except for those 2 sige that we mentioned. Lam Yaf'al, Lam Yuf'al. Lamma Yaf'al, Lamma Yuf'al. 2 for each. Then we came to Fi'l Amar Ma'ruf. Yes, we changed. So we started off as Li Yaf'al, but then it changed to If'al. Does everybody remember that? Yes? Li Yaf'al, Li Yaf'ala, Li Yaf'alu, Li Taf'al, Li Taf'ala, Li Yaf'alna, Li Taf'al, Li Taf'ala, Li Taf'alu, Li Taf'al, I read wrong. If'al, If'ala, If'alu, If'ali, If'ala, If'alna, Li Af'al, Li Naf'al. I'll read it again. Li Yaf'al, Li Yaf'ala, Li Yaf'alu, Li Taf'al, Li Taf'ala, Li Yaf'alna, If'al, If'ala, If'alu, If'ali, If'ala, If'alna, Li Af'al, Li Naf'al. Yeah? That is Fi'l Amr. The Majhul is normal, as we read it as everything else. Li Yuf'al. Li Yuf'al, Li Yuf'ala, Li Yuf'alu, Li Tuf'al, Li Tuf'ala, Li Yuf'alna, Li Tuf'al, Li Tuf'ala, Li Tuf'alu, Li Tuf'ali, Li Tuf'ala, Li Tuf'alna, Li Uf'al, Li Nuf'al. Then we did Fi'l Nahi. That's normal as well. La Yaf'al this time. La Yaf'al. Because I've given you all of these, that's why I'm not giving them again. Okay, I'm just recapping it over it. Learn them inshallah ta'ala. But as we do the next thing, yes, if you're worried, I won't have time to recap them. Yeah, the truth is when we do the next thing, yeah, inshallah ta'ala, we recap reading them in that anyway. Okay. So then we came on to in Shartiya, which is part of it as well. In Yafal, same pattern. Then we came on to the nouns. Isme Fa'il, Fa'ilun, Fa'ilani, Fa'ilani, Fa'iluna, Fa'ilina, Fa'ilatun. Isme Maf'ul, Maf'ulun, Maf'ulani, Maf'ulani, Maf'uluna, Maf'ulina, Maf'ulatun, Maf'ulatani, Maf'ulatani, Maf'ulatun. Yeah. Then we came to Isme Zarf, Isme Ala, and Sifat Mushabba, Isme Tafdeel. Yes? This is where we stopped, didn't we? Yes? This is where we stopped? MashaAllah. That's it. That's the whole recap of last year. This is where we stop. But don't worry too much about them. The next thing we're going to do is a thing called Sarf-e Saghir. Sarf-e Saghir. I'll write it on the board for you. But you have to learn this. It's everything you've done. It's nothing out of what you've done. It's just that way going to put it all together. Yeah? What is it called? Did I even give you this? I can't remember. No? No? It should be on your in your book as well.
Do you know what page you're at?
Page 107.
107? Yep, 107. Lesson 18, page 107. I'm going to change it slightly, okay? So if you got the book, you can underline them or put them in brackets because you won't be reading them. If you learn it all, then that's good.
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وصحبك يا سيدي يا حبيب الله. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
Right, this is your Sarf-e Saghir. Yes. Everything else we did is called Sarf-e Kabir. They were the big gardans. This is the shortened version. It's slightly different to the book, isn't it? Yes, just in parts. It's a combination of more or less everything that you've done. Yes, but if you want to find a specific gardan, but you're kind of confused of how you're meant to make the pattern out of it, how you're meant to pronounce it. Yeah, you can use your Sarf-e Saghir to do that. So look, fa'ala, the first word, fa'ala. What gardan is it? Fail mazi, mutlaq, musbat, ma'ruf. Then you got yaf'alu, which is fail mudare, musbat, ma'ruf. Failan is masdar. You remember masdar, don't you? Ism is on three types: masdar, mushtaq, jamid. Yes? Masdar is where words are derived from. All these words here are derived from that one word, failan. All these that are there, other than the little parts in bit, wherever fa'ala is made from fi'lan, is the root word. Mushtaq were those 6 nouns that we did, ism fa'il, ism maf'ul, and so on and so forth. And jamid, we don't concern ourselves with that because it's a solid noun. You can't derive anything from it, nor is it derived from anything. So that's a masdar. Fahuwa is just to make sense out of it. Yes? He hit, he is hitting, so he became the hitter. Okay? Fahuwa, so he. You're just making sense out of the sentence. Okay? Fa'ilun is isme fa'il. Fa'ilun is isme fa'il. The doer, daribun, the one who hit. Yes? Sami'un, the listener. Dakhilun, the one who entered. Isme fa'il meaning, isn't it? Waw is just extra, just to make sense of it again. Means and. Fu'ila. Fu'ila is fail, mazi, mutlaq, musbat, majhul. But we haven't got manfi in here, have we? Why? Because you should know it's easy. Because you just add ma in the starting. In muzari, you just add a la in the starting. It's not hard, is it? Yes. So if you get confused, how do I read fail, mudare, manfi, majhul? You can read it fa'ala, yafalu, fa'lan, fa'u, fa'ilun, fu'ila, wa fu'ila, yufalu, la yufalu. Just connect the dots straight away. Fa'lan masdar, fahuwa, maf'ulun, isme maf'ul. Isme. For example, if you take a word out of the Quran and we write it on the board. Yes. I say to you, daraba. What do I say? And I say to you, Okay, read isme maf'ul out of it. Yes? Turn this word into isme maf'ul. All you need to do is read this gardan in your head and put it onto this scale, maf'ulun. And what would you say? Mad rubun. And that way you can start reading your gardan. Madrubun, madrubani, madrubaini, madrubuna, madrubina, madrubatun, madrubatani, madrubataini, madrubatun. Yes? It sounds easy. Okay. This is just a basic pattern, okay? It's going to change. When we start the babs, it's going to change here, there. Okay? The scales are going to change. Then you got al-amru minhu. He says, amr from this word comes as if'al. What does it come as? If'al. You know what it changes? It's the important bit, isn't it? So we put that in, if'al. So you don't have to mind boggle yourself. Does it come as uf'ul? Does it come as if'il? Does it come as if'al? You know straight away it comes as if'al when you learn the patterns. Same thing with nahi, la taf'al. Now let's say you wanted to make fail mudare nafi jahad ba lam ma'ruf with the lam in the starting. You can use this kardan, this surface sagir, and say, okay, I say la taf'al, then I can say lam taf'al. Same thing. It is the same thing. So you can say la yaf'al and read that kardan, yeah? Or whatever else you want to do with it. Wa zarfu minhu, you read the zarf for time and place. Maf'alun. Maf'alun. It also has another scale of maf'ilun, masjidun, yes, majlisun. Yes. Wal alatu minhu ismi ala, the noun for tools. Yes, mif'alun has three scales. Mif'alun, mif'alatun, mif'alun. Number we have three. Mif'alun, mif'alani, mif'alaini, mafa'ilu. Mif'alatu, mif'alatani, mif'alatani, mafa'ilu. Mif'alu, mif'alani, mif'alani, mafa'ilu. With the stretch in the middle. Okay. What tafdilu? Isme tafdil, which came as af'alu. So we got that there. Because the mu'annas changes, we put fu'la at the end. It comes as afalu, afalani, afalaini, afaluna, afalina, afa'ilu. Changes. Fu'la. Fu'la, fu'layani, fu'layeni, fu'layatun, fu'alu. Yes? That is your sarf sagir.
Why is it called a small surf, the title?
Because from all the gardans that we just went through, and it took us an hour and more or less an hour to go through them, it's all of them combined in one.
Small surf.
Yeah. It's smaller, isn't it? Yeah.
Seems
So
bigger to me.
it seems bigger in your book, it seems shorter here. Okay. This is short one. Okay. This is short. Learn this off by heart. Yes. Here, there, the zabar zairs, the fatah, zammas will change here, there. But we're going to tell you why they change. Okay. But this is the main concept of it. Okay. Next week, we're going to start Sulasi Mujarrad. And we're going to go through the abwab, the babs of Sulasi Mujarrad, and they're all based on this. They're all based on this. Okay. So we're going to write the bab, and we're going to draw the pattern up, like we just done this pattern. We'll draw that up. We'll tell you where the little changes are. Yes. But once you learn this, the rest of them are easy. Because you just have to remember in your mind, mentally make notes that here it changes, one or two places, and then you read it. Okay. For example, look, daraba yadribu, changed it in it. Yeah. Daraba yadri, that's fatah there. Yadribu darban, fahuwa daribun, wa duriba yudrabu darban, fahuwa madrubun. Alamru minhu idrib. Because amr is made from muzare. When muzare was yadrib, this has to follow it. Yes, idrib. Wa nahyun la tadrib, wa zarfu minhu madribun. والآلة منه مدرب مدربة مدراب والتفضيل منه أدرب والمؤنث منه دربة. Yeah, any word you can fit it on like that. Yes. دخل يدخل دخولا فهو داخل. You know the masdar, you don't need to worry too much about it. Yes, because it's changed. There's no actual rule for them, but they change in terms of usage. دخولا فهو داخل ودخل يدخل دخولا فهو مدخول. الأمر منه أدخل because it's made from يدخل. أدخل. والنهي لا تدخل والظرف منه مدخل والآلة منه مدخل مدخلة مدخال والتفضيل منه أدخل والمؤنث منه دخلا. Yes, مدخل. You know, if you go to Saudi and on the entrances they say madkhal. Yes, exit they say makhraj. Yes, exit, entrance. So you can inshallah pick up on a little word like that as well. Yes? We'll start that. We'll start conversational as well. we'll come back for about 5-10 minutes after Salah, inshallah. And we'll just give an introduction to Imam Nawawi's 40 hadiths, inshallah. Just for 10 minutes, because he did it till 8:30? Yeah, 8:30. Inshallah, we'll spend 10 minutes at the end as well, then, inshallah. We'll stop there.
يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع ماذا في علم ماذا في علم الله والخيرة في الواقع تدبيرك ما يسواش من تدبيري دعني وأنا مالي فيهاش آش علي مني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش آش علي مني آش علي وأنا عبد مملوك والحاجة مقضية ما في التحقيق اشكوك ربي فانظر لي وأنا نظري متروك بالأرحم وبالحاش من نطفة صورني من نطفة وحناني في الإنعام نعمة من كل صفة نشرب ونتردم أوصيك بتقوى الله بالسر والإعلان وتيقن أن الله حاضر في كل مكان إذا نفعك الله لا شيء ضرك إنسان صفيها من الأغشاش إن كنت تطاوعني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش شعلي مني وأنا مالي فيهاش شعلي مني الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم قد همنا أمر عظيم الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم أمر عظيم وكل أمر همنا يا مجيب يا ربنا بالفتحات وبالرجال رجال الصالحات يا ربنا يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع ماذا في علم ماذا في علم الله والخيرة في الواقع تدبيرك ما يسواش من تدبيري دعني وأنا مالي فيهاش أشع ليا مني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش أشع ليا مني أشع ليا وأنا عبد مملوك والحاجة مقضية ما في التحقيق شكوك ربي فانظر ليا وأنا نظري متروك بالأرحم وبالحاش من نطفة صورني من نطفة وحناني في الإنعام نعمة من كل صفة بشراب ونتردم أوصيك بتقوى الله بالسر والإعلان وتيقن أن الله حاضر في كل مكان إذا نفعك الله لا شيء ضرك إنسان صفيها من الأغشاش إن كنت تطاوعني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش شعليا مني وأنا مالي فيهاش شعليا مني الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم قادر أمنا أمر عظيم الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم أمر عظيم وكل أمر همنا يا مجيب يا ربنا بالفاتحة وبالرجال رجال الصالحات اجعل أمورنا ناجحة نحن وكل المسلمين الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم قادر لنا وكل أمر همنا يا ربنا بالبقرة وبالرجال رجال العشرة اجعل أمورنا ميسرة نحن وكل المسلمين الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم قادر لنا أمر عظيم وكل أمر همنا عظيم الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم قادر لنا أمر عظيم وكل أمر همنا يا غنم يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع هذا في علم الله ماذا في علم الله والخيرة في الواقع تدبيرك ما يسواش من تدبيري دعني وأنا مالي فيهاش آش علي مني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش آش علي مني آش علي وأنا عبد مملوك والحاجة مقضية ما في التحقيق شكوك ربي فانظر لي وأنا نظري متروك بالأرحم وبالحاش من نطفة صورني من نطفة وحناني في الإنعام نعمة من كل صفة وشراب نتردم أوصيك بتقوى الله بالسر والإعلان وتيقن أن الله حاضر في كل مكان إذا نفعك الله لا شيء ضرك إنسان صفيها من الأغشاش إن كنت تطاوعني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش شعلي مني وأنا مالي فيهاش شعلي مني الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم قادما منا أمر عظيم يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع ماذا في علم الله ماذا في علم الله والخيرة في الواقع تدبيرك ما يسواش من تدبيري دعني وأنا مالي فيهاش آش علي مني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش آش علي مني آش علي وأنا عبد مملوك والحاجة مقضية ما في التحقيق شكوك ربي فانظر لي وأنا نظري متروك بالأرحم وبالحاش من نطفة صورني من نطفة وحناني في الإنعام نعمة من كل صفة بشراب ونتردم أوصيك بتقوى الله بالسر والإعلان وتيقن أن الله حاضر في كل مكان إذا نفعك الله لا شيء ضرك إنسان صفيها من الأغشاش إن كنت تطاوعني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش شعلي مني وأنا مالي فيهاش شعلي مني الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم قاد أمنا أمر عظيم يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع يا قلبي ثق بالله فهو المعطي المانع وارضى بقضاء الله إنك لله راجع ماذا في علم ماذا في علم الله والخيرة في الواقع تدبيرك ما يسواش من تدبيري دعني وأنا مالي فيهاش آش علي مني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش آش علي مني آش علي وأنا عبد مملوك والحاجة مقضية ما في التحقيق اشتوك ربي فانظر لي وأنا نظري متروك بالأرحم وبالحاش من نطفة صورني من نطفة وحناني في الإنعام نعمة من كل صفة وشراب نتردم أوصيك بتقوى الله بالسر والإعلان وتيقن أن الله حاضر في كل مكان إذا نفعك الله لا شيء ضرك إنسان صفيها من الأغشاش إن كنت تطاوعني وأنا مالي فيهاش وأنا مالي فيهاش شعلي مني وأنا مالي فيهاش شعلي مني الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم قادم أمنا أمر عظيم الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم أمر عظيم وكل أمر همنا يا مجيب يا ربنا بالفاتحة وبالرجال رجال الصالحات اجعل أمورنا ناجحة نحن وكل المسلمين الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم هذا ربنا وكل أمر همنا يا ربنا بالبقرة وبالرجال رجال العشرة اجعل أمورنا ميسرة نحن وكل المسلمين الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم قادر لنا أمر عظيم وكل همنا عظيم الله يا عظيم أنت العظيم
Should tell you the law on fireworks has changed in case you didn't know. Anyone under 18 seen with fireworks will get a criminal record, and anyone seen throwing fireworks at uniformed people will get a 3-year prison sentence. So, just for you to know, inshallah. What's that? Is bonfire night or something like that? Yeah. Halloween and bonfire night. Yeah. The catch to it is that even on CCTV camera or people's phones, anything that records, the police will still track them down in school. That's the catch to it. Yeah. Because the council has a database of all children now.
Yeah.
So instead of going to the houses, they will catch them. They will arrest them at school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's one of those. So even if somebody calls you on CCTV, and the AMPR cameras and the image recognition system, if it catches the student or the child, then they will go to the school of that child and they'll arrest him that way. What's that?
It's easy for them to
Yeah, it's easy for them to know. Yeah, but that also means like people have cameras in their cars and stuff. Yeah, and they send it in. They'll still do it. Yeah, it'll catch. Anyway, somebody reminded me of homework. The homework is to memorize this. Yes, that's your homework. That's why I've given you straight away. For now till I say so, this will be the base of everything we'll do. But okay, till the end of your surf, yes, and your surf journey, this is the basis now. The base of this was the gardans that we've just gone through, that what we've done in last year. Yes. For going forward, this is the base. Yes. This, like I say to my students, needs to be known like Surah Fatiha. Okay? As in you read Surah Fatiha without knowing you've read it. It should be the same way. Okay? What's that?
Shouldn't you read Surah Fatiha?
You shouldn't read it like that, but if a student can read it without having his mind to it, then you know he knows it. Okay? So that's how we want you to know it. If it gets a bit hard for you to know, then remember, this is the base of everything that we're going to do now. So in everything that we do from now on, this is going to get repeated anyway. But the main thing is to memorize the words, familiarize yourself with words like fahuwa, wa, al-amru minhu, wa nahyu anhu, wa zarfu minhu, wal aratu minhu, wa taftilu, wal mu'annasu. They're going to stay in the same place as they are. The rest of the words will change here there. So familiarize yourself with this, go over it again. Yeah. Sit down throughout the week. Yes, take an hour out and start looking, go back through your notes and recognize what fa'ala is, recall it. Yes, read the gardan to yourself, read the mazi, ma'ruf, majhul, manfi. Yes, ma'ruf, majhul. Go through all of this and recognize everything. Yes, and then you'll be set for Saturday, inshallah. Next Saturday you'll be set for it, and then we can move on. Yeah? And if you don't do that, then I have to make you start standing up one by one and and listen to you. Hold your ears and start reading. We're going to start the 40 hadith of Imam Nawawi, titled Al-Arba'in and sometimes Al-Arba'un, same thing. It's 40 hadiths, but if memory serves right, it has 42. Yes, 42 hadiths altogether. Okay, but entitled as Arba'in, rounded it off. Okay, the Arabs do that a lot, but it's written by Imam Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala. His actual name is Yahya bin Sharaf an-Nawawi. Okay. And he was born in a place called Nawa, and he was born around 631 Hijri. And his father looked after him majority of the time when he was young, nurtured him, granted him knowledge. Yes. There's a story about him that Sheikh Yasin, not of Birmingham, but bin Yusuf al-Marakashi, who was in the time of Imam Nawawi, but a lot older than Imam Nawawi. He met Imam Nawawi while he was around 10 years of age, and he met him in his birthplace, as in the birth city, which was Nawa. And the other children around Imam Nawawi would not like to play with him. They would kind of dislike it, to play with him. And he would run away from them. He would run away from them. And he would cry. Imam Nawawi would cry that these kids don't play with him. But as he would cry, he would start to recite the Quran from memory. Sheikh Yasin bin Yusuf says, when I saw this, it all played out in front of him. So he said that when I saw this, the love of Imam Nawawi at the age of 10 fell into my heart. So he says, his father used to make him work in the shop. I mean, he used to always keep him there. But even then, so I watched him that he was in the shop. Must be another day. I wouldn't expect him to do on the same day that I follow Imam Nawawi everywhere he goes. Sometimes they narrate stories like this, but obviously there can be different days. So he says that I saw him in the shop, and I saw that his father's got busy in things, but while he's doing buying and selling, he's in the shop. People come, they buy things, yes? He has to take the money, give them the product. In all of this going on, he's still reciting the Quran. Yes? He's still reciting the Quran. So Sheikh Yasin bin Yusuf says that I came to his teacher and I gave him a wasiyah, I gave him a will. And I said to him that I have great hopes that he would become the most learned person of his time. He saw Imam Nawawi and then went to his teacher and said to the teacher, what? I have a great hope, rather certainty here. I have certainty that he will become one of the greatest scholars of his time, or rather the greatest scholar of his time. And a pious person, and people will benefit from him. The teacher of Imam Nawawi at that time, when he was 10 years old, said to him, Amunajjimunant, are you, what do you call him? Soothsayer, okay? Are you a soothsayer? Yes. And he replied, no, I'm not. But, Innama antakani Allahu bizalika. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made me speak this. Meaning he placed it directly into my heart and I just had to say it. Then this teacher mentioned this to the father of Imam Nawawi, Sharaf. And then he incited Imam Nawawi to finish his Quran. Yeah? To memorize and finish the Quran. Imam Nawawi was noted to have many teachers, and he studied many sciences. First of them he studied to his father, then to a Shaykh called Abdul Rahman bin Ibrahim, who passed away in 690 Hijri, and he stayed with him for a long time. And from Nawad they also moved towards Damascus, and this is where he spent a lot of his time as well. In Damascus, he had a lot of teachers, a lot of them. Some of them are Shaykh al-Imam Abu Ibrahim Ishaq bin Ahmad bin Usman al-Maghribi, who passed away in 650. One of them is Abu Muhammad Abdul Rahman bin Nuh, Abu Hafs Umar bin Asad bin Abi Ghalib, Abu al-Hasan Sallar bin al-Hasan. He took hadith from one of the great hadith scholars, Ibrahim bin Isa al-Muradi al-Undulusi. He moved then later from Egypt, he migrated to Damascus, that's where he met him. And Imam Nawawi stayed with him for around 10 years, accompanied him for 10 years. Abu Ishaq Ibrahim bin Abi Hafs Umar al-Wasiti. Imam Nawawi heard the whole of Sahih Muslim from him. And he said regarding him, Ash-Shaykh al-Amin al-Adl al-Radi. As in, he's a shaykh, he's trustworthy, he's equitable, and Allah is pleased with him. Yes. He took hadith from Abu al-Baqa Khalid bin Yusuf bin Sa'ad an-Nabulusi. He took hadith from Shaykh al-Shuyukh Abdul Aziz bin Muhammad bin Abdul Muhsin al-Ansari al-Hamwi al-Shafi'i. Like this, he had a lot of scholars, ulama that he took from. He took from Ad-Diya bin Tamam al-Hanafi, one of his teachers. And like this, there is a lot of teachers in hadith that he had, and studied various books to them in hadith and other sciences as well. Imam Nawawi was a Sufi, if you like. Yes. He would like to retreat himself a lot. He did not like masses of people coming to him. I think I told you this story last time as well, or I've told somebody the story, that he would not allow more than 10 students in his class. Because some of them said less than that. He would break them up and they would come to him in smaller groups. And the reason for that was he did not want to stand out from everybody else. It was also narrated once that the masjid in Damascus which Imam Nawawi used to be at, the king decided to pray his salah there. Imam Nawawi was the imam. Because he didn't like big numbers, he taught his class and he left the masjid. And he prayed somewhere else. He didn't lead them in salah. He didn't lead the king. And when he was asked, he said that I did not want to be that person that people say that he led the king in salah. I mean, he gets famous for that. Yeah, pride. So he didn't want that in him. So he was like this. It is said Imam Nawawi used to teach 11 lessons a day. 11 lessons a day. And that's not teaching Nazra, by the way. That's not teaching Alif Bata. It was proper lessons to ulama, with commentaries and with corrections as well. For example, he used to teach the Wasit of Imam Ghazali. He used to teach Al-Muhazzab. He used to teach Al-Jama' Bayn al-Sahihain for Hamidi. He used to teach Sahih Muslim. He used to teach Islahul Mantiq. He used to teach Al-Luma. He used to teach Al-Luma in Usul al-Fiqh, different book. Al-Muntakhab. He used to teach a lesson in Asma'ur Rijal, a lesson in Usul al-Din. Yes? And like this, he used to make up 11 subjects that he used to teach. That's a lot. That's a lot. Many of the teachers now would probably teach in a day. Well, you got lazy teachers now. They would teach about maybe 2 sabaks. Yes? And that may be in an institute as well. Outside of that, they won't teach. Yes? But traditional teachers will take anything on. Allama Tonsi Sahib was known to have around similar number in the day. So in the institution he used to teach, and outside of it as well he used to teach. Yeah? Similar number of darts. Yeah? Maybe sometimes similar books as well, but obviously it counts in terms of time. Yeah? Our Ustaz Sahib used to do the same. Yes? Start in the morning. I used to have 6 lessons with Ustaz Sahib in the morning. Yes? And 6 at night. Yes? And in between that, they used to have other students.
What was the length of the lesson?
The length of the subhanallah. I used to start at generally about 9 o'clock, because before that I used to study with another teacher in the same institute. After Fajr with another teacher, Mufti, my Ustaz's brother. About 9 o'clock till Zohar. Yes? Winter or summer, whichever. So 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Yeah? In between that, always finish half an hour before Zohar. So that's the time we stay. And then later on used to be from roughly maybe 8 till late night. Yeah. But 8 till, yeah. So we used to finish sometimes 11, sometimes 12, sometimes even 1, 2 o'clock. Yeah. So it just depends on Ustaz's mood at the time. But what I'm telling you is 6 in the morning, 6 at night, but then in between he's got other students that he's teaching as well. Yes, before my class starts. Before my class would start, he was teaching other students. So I would add about another 3 subjects to that. So he would teach like this, and he still teaches that till today. Yeah. Imam Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala, he was a man who had an awesome memory. And you guessed that from how he used to read the Quran when he was young. He had an awesome memory, and that's what made him a pioneer in hadith as well. But not just memory, because memory doesn't do anything. Yes, you don't just depend on memory, but he had an understanding of what he was studying, what he was memorizing, and a full understanding of them as well. And he was a man whose mind was always present. In anything he did, he was always present. Nothing would distract him from what he was doing. He was on the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam. Imam Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala never got married. Okay, he never got the time to get married. Yeah. Somebody once asked him that why don't you get married? He just simply answered, I've got no time for it. Okay. The reason was he was serving the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by teaching it. Yeah. Things which were important, he was documenting them. So he never got married. One of our teachers, Allama Ghulam Rasul Saidi, don't know if you've heard of them. I think I mentioned last year the time they passed away. Yes, he's similar, and he served all his life as well. This deen, he wrote books, and books which I think ulama will still be using. Not the public, the ulama. The ulama will still be using for another 20 to 30 years. Yeah, I mean they'll still be taking things from his books, and there's a wealth of knowledge in them. He never got married as well. Yes, he adopted children. He adopted one child. I don't know if you remember the Nishtar Park bombings, when the Mawlid was going on and then a bomb was set off. One of his eldest adopted sons passed away in that. Yeah, he was martyred in that as well. After he passed away, he kind of like, I wouldn't call it depression, but was a bit saddened by it. Yeah, so he retreated more. Before he should do public talks, after that he kind of retreated and he didn't do much public talks after that. And then slowly he got out of that state, and then he came out. But he never got married, that was the main thing. Yes? And he was asked the same question. And when he was asked the same question, he quoted Imam Nawawi. Okay. When he was asked in an interview, he quoted Imam Nawawi, and this is the reason I have not got married. Imam Nawawi was a man who used to constantly say to his students, yes, that not a single second should go by without you learning anything. In every second you should be learning something. And he would be determined to make them that type of people as well. Constantly saying it to them. Imam Nawawi Shafi'i, and he followed the fiqh of Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah ta'ala. And that's what he used to call himself by as well, as a Shafi'i. The books of Imam Nawawi are many. He wrote Rawdatul Talibin, yeah, in the mazhab of Imam Shafi'i. Al-Minhaj is in fiqh as well. Al-Idah fil Manasik, which is in Hajj, but regarding fiqh. Al-Majmu', which is in fiqh as well. He has Al-Fatawa al-Musamma bil Masail al-Mansura, again in fiqh. He wrote a book in hadith, which is Sharh Sahih Muslim. Yes. Which is a good Sharh as well. A main Sharh that many of the scholars used to teach Sahih Muslim. Riyadus Salihin. Yeah. If we go through this properly and then we'll see where we are, we can start Riyadus Salihin after it. Okay. And carry on with that. Al-Azkar. Al-Azkar. A choice of these two actually. Riyadus Salihin or Al-Azkar. Riyadus Salihin is lengthy and it can be a bit of a hard job to get through it. But Al-Azkar is hadith, but beneficial hadith in the sense, every hadith is beneficial, but beneficial in the sense that you can implement them because they're on du'as, things that you can do in your daily life. Yeah. So we'll have a choice of that. we'll vote on it. Okay, we'll do a referendum. If it's Brexit, we can't get the books in. I don't think it's translated. That's the only problem. I have some books of Imam Nawawi ones downstairs. I can't remember if somebody might have taken them. I'm not sure, but I had a good amount of them. I've left my key at home, but inshallah next week I'll see if I can get them out. Inshallah, they're translated ones. Al-Khulasa fi Ahadith al-Ahkam. Imam Nawawi wrote this as well. And then this book, Arba'in and Nawawi, he wrote Al-Irshad as well in Hadith. He wrote Tahzib al-Asma wal-Lughat in language. Tabaqat al-Fuqaha. He wrote this Tahrir al-Alfaz al-Tanbih. And that's it. These are the books Imam Nawawi wrote. If you're wondering what Shara I'm using, yeah, I'm a fan of Imam Taftazani, so I always read Imam Taftazani. Okay, so I got Sharh al-Taftazani of Imam Taftazani ala al-Ahadith al-Arba'in Nawawiyya. Okay, what's that? Yeah. If you go to the Dars Nizami course, yes, you'll fall in love with this guy anyway. Okay, because many of the books of Dars Nizami are based on his books. I mean, the books that we teach are his books. So I'm going to go through his. There are other books as well which we might use. Hopefully at the end of it, I'm hoping to give you ijazah as well. Okay, but the ijazah I'll give you is, I'm still thinking about it. And ijazah amma. Ijazah amma is that you get the ijazah but you won't be able to deliver it on. Okay, that's the only catch to that. Yes. And the other catch, if I give you ijazah khasa, is that you are allowed to take the ijazah, teach the book, and also pass the ijazah on. But one of the ijazahs that I have, the condition for it is sama. Yes, that you have to listen to it all. So then either that's two ways, that you come to every lesson and you listen to every hadith which I'm going to recite out. Yes, and you make sure you listen to it. And if you missed anything, then you tell me that you missed it, so that at the end of it we can cover it up for those people that missed it. Yes, so you have to be sincere in that matter. Don't just say, yeah, I listened to it all when you missed all 40. Okay. So don't do that. You have to be sincere with it, that you're going to carry that. So the condition is sama, that you have to listen. So if you miss something, we'll cover it. Either we do that, or either next week I read the whole book out to you in one go. Okay, it's not hard. I'll just quickly read it straight through, but we can decide that inshallah. Either we go through hadith by hadith, okay, and do in English and do the commentary, and at the end of the ijazah comes, or you can do a full sima, so none of you miss any hadith. Yes, just straight in Arabic, straight raw, straight through it from start to end. Okay, we can do it that way. Okay, the ijazah I'm hoping to give you is firstly for my ustad, okay, which goes through his teachers to Imam Nawawi, and secondly, the main ijazah is from Sheikh Muhammad Al-Yaqubi, okay, which goes through his father, okay, and I'll give you both of them, okay. I'll give you verbally, inshallah, okay. If Sid Naveed gets to type it up, or whoever gets to type it up, if I can give you in printed, then we'll give you a printed as well, inshallah. Okay, but verbally we'll give you. Sheikh Muhammad's ijazahs are all over the net anyway, so you can probably just print them out and say, yeah, I got ijazah from Sheikh Muhammad. Okay, so we can do that as well, inshallah. Okay, so these are the two main ijazahs I have.
What if you miss classes? Does it count watching or recording?
Yeah, you can watch it on the recording as well, on the demand. Yes, but as long as you say, yeah, I heard hadith number 5 or number 6, number 7, whatever hadith you missed, yeah. And if you didn't get on the demand, then you say that I missed this hadith, and then we can just repeat it. Then it's not going to take long repeating a hadith, is it? On demand, you can listen to the commentary of it, okay. But for me, you can just hear the hadith directly, yes. And that happens sometimes. Somebody misses something, and they just tell the teacher that I missed so and so hadith, yeah. And then right then he just repeats it, okay. So that's fine. We'll do a Bismillah of this today, and then we'll actually start the book properly next week. Shall we do this first or second? The hadith.
Oh, we do, as in one sitting?
No. Shall we teach this first, or do you want to do the sarf first?
Start first.
Start first? Okay, get that out of the way.
More tension in here.
More tension. Has anybody got the book with them?
Which
Arba'in Nawawi. No?
We won't give it.
Got a copy.
Just give me, sorry, the text is split in this.
No, it's a different copy maybe.
It's okay. I'm just going to read the text in the start. Actually, I didn't even got the introduction in it. We'll start anyway. Just repeat after me. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair wa bika nasta'in. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair wa bika nasta'in. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair wa bika nasta'in. ربي يسر ولا تؤثر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين قيوم السماوات والأرضين مدبر الخلائق أجمعين بائث الرسل صلواته وسلامه عليهم إلى المكلفين لهدايتهم وبيان شرائع الدين بالدلائل القطعية وواضحات البراهين أحمده على جميع نعمه وأسأله المزيد من فضله وكرمه وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله الواحد القهار الكريم الغفار وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وحبيبه وخليله أفضل المخلوقين المكرم بالقرآن العزيز المعجزة المستمرة على تعاقب السنين وبالسنن المستنيرة للمسترشدين المخصوص بجوامع الكلم وسماحة الدين صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى سائر النبيين والمرسلين وآل كل وسائر الصالحين أما بعد. That was the khutbah of the 40 hadith of Imam Nawawi. We'll start that next week inshallah. So we'll do Sar first and then we will do the 40 hadith of Imam Nawawi. Make sure you learn this though, okay? Most important, inshallah. Let you go. This one, no.